Welcome to Source Energy Services HSE Live presentation on haul roads, safe driving reminders. Haul roads on mine sites are often feast or famine scenarios. The surfaces can either be too dry, too wet, or too muddy. All of these are problematic situations which can result in uncontrolled and unsafe conditions, but with your help, can be changed. When these hazards are not properly identified, addressed, or communicated, they can result in near misses, serious injuries, or worse, a fatality. As you can see from this chart for surface mining, the haul roads, mine, and equipment are still a large amount of people who didn't get it tomorrow. Fatalities, we're seeing a trend downward in 2022 from 2021, but unfortunately, the fatalities are hitting a high of 40 individuals who were robbed of their tomorrows. The last time it hit 40 or higher was in 2002. Communication is a building block of our safety program, and that begins with you. We will go through other important factors of staying safe in our equipment and on the mine. Pre-shift inspections are the first step to ensure all hazards are being identified and addressed. Stretching your body to become more flexible offers many physical benefits, including a greater range of motion and reduces workplace injury and pain. Per Source Energy Services stretching policy, it is mandatory to stretch prior to beginning work. Stretching wakes up those muscles to let them know it is time to start work. It helps blood and nutrients flow to the working muscles and tissues. Take the time throughout your shift to keep stretching. This will keep your muscles loose and from tensing up. Your muscles will work most effectively when they are kept flexible. 3 points of contact is a simple rule that can have a large impact. Always remember to use 3 points of contact whether you are climbing or descending ladders, trucks, and equipment. Clear your boots and the steps of any mud, snow, or grease. By maintaining 3 points of contact, you can limit your exposure to slips and falls. Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up every time. It is important to examine and maintain seatbelts according to regulations and manufacturer recommendations. Never jump from a moving piece of equipment and never tamper with the seatbelts. Traveling on haul roads have a number of risks and changing conditions. Road conditions are dependent on a lot of different factors such as grades, visibility, weather, and stopping distance. Improving hazardous conditions in these areas should always be on our mind and can be accomplished through proper communication. When maneuvering around the haul roads, your operating speeds should be consistent with the conditions of the roadway, grades, visibility, traffic, and the type of equipment you are operating. Remember, it is your job to maintain control of your equipment while it is in motion. Many haulage fatalities involve trucks going over the edge of piles or dumping points. Dumping short of the edge or moving to another location when potentially unsafe conditions arise can prevent dumping accidents. Our best practices include never loading material from the bottom of the material pile directly below an active dump point. Do not drive haul trucks beyond cracks on the top of a dump site. Construct substantial berms as a visual indicator to prevent over-travel or overturning. A crack or a settled area near a dump edge, outslope, or high-wall bench is a warning sign of an unstable slope or ground. Haulage road hazards can be from above. Slope hazards or high walls come with rock falls or slides of material into equipment or on the roads. Factors such as weathering, freeze-thaw cycles, and water contribute to the instability of these areas. Keeping a berm at tow keeps you safe. Be alert to pieces of rock that have fallen on roadways or other indications such as open joints, tension cracks, or settling. Let's take a moment to recap. Pre-shift inspections help identify our hazards before our shift begins. This is not only for our equipment, but the location in which we are working. All hazards must be reported on our inspection forms and the RAP2. Any safety appliance which is not in safe working order must be taken out of service for repair. Communication is the key to keeping everyone safe and giving the gift of tomorrow. Safety begins with you. Improperly identified or missed hazards result in near misses, serious injuries or accidents, or worse, a fatality. Maintain your 3 points of contact while climbing and descending equipment through the entire process of your feet touching the ground or a platform. A seatbelt is a tool to save you from harm or injury. Wear it proudly. When traveling our haul roads, report any unsafe conditions. Remember, these roads are traveled often and can change from trip to trip. Always maintain control of your equipment while in motion. This includes safe speeds of travel for changing conditions. The dump site should be your load's final destination, not yours. Dump short if you feel the location is unsafe, and report this to your supervisor so it can be addressed accordingly. If you are not sure, ask. Look for the signs and don't ignore what they are telling you. Remember, safety always starts with you. Give yourself and your coworkers the gift of tomorrow by communicating and correcting all safety concerns.